Let me show you how to do the first setup on your iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max. So once you turn on your phone by using the side button, what you need to do is simply swipe up in order to begin. So first we need to choose the language that we want to use on our iPhone. So I'm going to choose English, and then over here we need to choose our country or region. So in my case, I'm going to scroll down and choose United States. Then we have appearance settings, where we can make everything the default size. You can also make it a little bit bigger by choosing medium or large. I'm gonna stick with default, and then I'm gonna press continue, but also over here in the upper right corner we have accessibility options that you can use as well. So let's press continue. Now if you had an iPhone before, then you can use it in order to set up your iPhone 17 Pro or Pro Max, and then you should be able to pretty much transfer everything that you have on your old iPhone and move it all into your new iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max. In my case, I'm gonna choose setup without another device, and if you had Android, then later on in this setup you will have the choice to transfer everything that you can as well. Now for now we need to choose the age range, so we're gonna choose an adult. Then we can set up the Face ID. So if you want to, you can scan your face right now and then use your Face ID in order to be able to, for example, unlock the access to your iPhone. So you can press continue in that case. However, if you don't want to do that right now, we can just press setup later. And then of course, in the future, if you go to settings, you should be able to find the Face ID option as well, and you should be able to set it up. Then we have the iPhone passcode, so you can set up the passcode over here. You can also tap on passcode options in order to choose any of the different forms of the passcode, or you can even choose don't use passcode if you decide to not use it at all. So in my case, I'm gonna set up an easy passcode. Now if it is easy to guess, then of course you will see this information, but you can choose to use anyway, and then we need to re-enter the passcode again. And now let's wait for the next screen to appear. There we go. Now over here you can transfer apps and data. You can get from iCloud backup, you can get from another iPhone, of course. Once again, you can transfer from Mac or PC, or you can use Android. So if you had Android before, now you want to transfer everything, then over here you can choose this option to do so. You will have to download Moves to iOS app that you can get from the Play Store. But yeah, in our case, we're gonna do the clean setup, so we won't transfer anything at all. I'm gonna choose don't transfer anything. And now we have the Apple account setup. So if you already have an Apple account, then of course you can sign in quite easily. First you provide the email or phone number, then you press continue, provide the password, and then also you may need to enter a code that you may receive on your phone number. You can also tap on forgot password or don't have an account in case you need to use any of these two options, or you can skip this screen for now and choose setup later in settings. However, keep in mind that if you don't have an Apple account, then you will miss certain features that are listed over here. So let me just quickly sign into my account. Once you sign in, you will need to confirm that you agree to terms and conditions, so we need to press agree over here. And of course, if you decided to sign into your Apple account, some data might still be transferred from a previous iPhone, so you can press either continue over here in order to set it up, or you can press customize in order to make some additional changes. Now after that, we can update our iPhone automatically. So if you want your iPhone to update automatically, you just want to press continue. If you want to just download updates but not install them without your consent or confirmation, then you can choose only download automatically. In my case, I'm just gonna press continue. By the way, in the meantime, you might see an option to update the software. So if there's any update for iOS, then you will have to do that even if you skip for the first time. And then once again later on in this first setup, you might still have to do that. You also have an option to set up Apple Pay pretty much immediately. So if you want to do that, if you want to add your payment card, then you can press continue, or you can choose to set up later. After that, we have Apple Intelligence. So in my case, I'm gonna choose to use it. And over here we have the summarize notifications option, so you can choose notifications to summarize. I'm actually gonna skip that. And then we have priority notifications, which we can enable or choose to not use it immediately. Then we have the information about the camera control, so we can press continue. Then we have a visual intelligence with camera control, so you can click and hold the camera control button to use it. Then we can also customize the action button if you want to, or you can of course do this later in settings. So we can press not now. And then we have the information about emergency SOS, then press continue once you read that. And we are pretty much done. Now if we press get started, we should be able to go to the home screen, and now you can start using your iPhone 17 Pro or Pro Max. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe.